Hi everybody, I'm Em, and I'm the host of Just Brew It. So today is our first episode. How exciting is that? I've been looking forward to this project for a while. I just recently stopped working at a coffee shop after working there for 5 years. So I'm really excited to be getting back into one of my favorite hobbies again, which is coffee. So if you're like me, you drink coffee every single day. Like totally addicted. I wake up in the morning and that's basically the first thing I do after I stumble out of bed all sleep deprived. So if we're drinking this every day, it needs to be good, right? So I have a few tips that I picked up while I was working in a coffee shop that I'd like to share with you guys on how to make sure that your coffee is the best ever. So I have 3 little tips for you that I picked up while I was working in coffee that will help you get the best coffee possible. So my first tip to you is to use filtered water when you make your coffee. So number 1 seems like kind of a no-brainer, kind of a little duh. Like that blue thing up there is my water filter. And that's basically what I use to make my coffee. Makes it taste a lot better. The actual professional coffee shop where I work had like a triple filter system so that their water tasted absolutely the best possible. You don't have to do that. You can just go buy like a $20 water filter. You should be able to find something like that at the grocery store or at Target or somewhere like that. So that's number 1 step. It's the absolute like easiest thing ever to just totally step up your coffee game. Number 2, think about the grind of your beans. Now I know most of us go to the coffee shop, and I'm gonna go look and see what coffee I have. I have so many coffees, you guys. So I have just some coffees that are laying around that I have. So most of the time, this is like a generic local coffee brand that I get. We get our coffee like sort of pre-ground, so that's already been ground up. Actually, want to make sure that you get whole bean coffee and grind it yourself. It's because coffee peaks in flavor about, I think, 30 minutes after it's been ground, and then after that the flavor kind of dissipates. So if you go ahead and grind your coffee beans, grind whole coffee beans like I actually have here, some FinestofCoffee coffee. Yee! I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's Nicaragua, and you get a whole bean and then you grind it right before you drink it. And if you grind it right before you drink it, then you will be getting the best sort of flavor profile. Now, tip number 3 is very, very important. I have here some coffee from a big coffee company, some coffee from an independent coffee shop, and my delight and the love of my life, my new best friend, the FinestofCoffee Nicaragua blend. We met that character in the last act. Real talk. All beans are not made equal. If you're used to a big brand, sort of mass-produced coffee, a lot of the times you're going to end up with a burnt flavor. What you need to seriously consider is getting a coffee from a single origin roast. What you need to consider to get the best coffee is to invest in the best beans. Your coffee is only as good as your beans. And my new favorite that I found is this Nicaragua blend. For me, acidity is a big deal. I don't like acidic coffees, so I searched the FinestofCoffee website and I found a medium roast. I like medium to dark, kind of like where I stand. That's my coffee testimony. Earthy generally means non-acidic, and bright usually means very acidic. So if you don't like coffee that gives you like a tangy taste in your mouth, then that's kind of what I recommend. You want to make sure you get good beans from a single origin roaster. These are from Nicaragua. They are from a single origin, which means they're not a blend of a bunch of different beans, and they're made in small batches. Small batch coffee is very, very important for flavor. You see that a lot. It kind of seems like a buzzword and you don't really understand what it means. So here's what it means. The big coffee companies that you're used to roast in large batches. This can often lead to over roasting. So you kind of get a very burnt, bitter flavor in the beans. So if you want a better tasting cup of coffee, you really need to be investing in single origin, small batch beans. That means all of the beans come from one place. It's not a blend of a whole bunch of different kinds of things. And it's made in a small batch. So you know it's not going to be burnt and bitter tasting. So I hope you guys have learned a little bit from this video today. I'm really excited to sort of get to know you as we go on. I've kind of put this YouTube channel through several different iterations. As you can see, I'm a real person who really loves this brand of coffee, and I can't wait to talk about it with you because there's a lot of great taste that you just don't find in the big coffee companies. Really, really can't wait to sort of talk to some of you and find out sort of what you like and talk about some subjects that are important to you. So if you have a subject within the realm of coffee and coffee brewing that you really like, please reach out to me. You can reach out to me at EmmiJade@gmail.com. Also, reach out to FinestofCoffee at FinestofCoffee on Twitter and Instagram. That will sort of put you in contact with some of us. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I will be back at you next week with another video. We're going to talk a little bit, I think, what is the next one? Ooh, French presses. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about French presses. Another way to totally up your coffee game. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.